Hey Patty, you know what time it is?
I do.
It's time for a Midweek Update! Hey everybody, welcome back!
Hi.
We put a little more effort in that one than last week.
Well, because I think we didn't worry about people hearing us. So.
Yeah, so it was a better location last week.
It was. Oh my gosh. Was it beautiful?
I
So
know.
beautiful.
So if you caught last week's Midweek Update, we were actually filming in Gulf Shores, Alabama at Luxury RV Resort. They have like the center island. I think I refer to it as
like
Community Island or something, but
yeah.
it's in the parking lot, but it's they have a gas fire pit, they have a cornhole, they have a little stage there, there's palm trees. It's just the nicest place to sit.
It's so cute. And at night they have lights around the palm trees in different little areas there. It is adorable.
Yeah, so that's where we recorded last
Yeah.
week. But because there were lots of little kids riding around,
had an audience.
We had an audience, so
I don't know,
they were fine.
Kids attract to me, even on vacation.
Yeah.
They wanted to talk to me.
So, but it's nice to be home, and we can be a little more
Yes.
vocal here.
Well, and it's just like, I love going on trips, but when it's time to go home, I'm ready to be home.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm sad to leave, but I was ready to get home once we start driving. So, yeah.
So anyway, since we left you last week, we did leave Gulf Shores on Friday morning.
Yep.
We did the bulk of the driving on Friday.
We did a lot of hours on Friday. We got to southern Indiana.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
stayed in Sellersburg
Yep.
at a Cracker Barrel, which worked out fine.
And boy, Nashville was
Oh,
packed.
Nashville,
Traffic.
that's where we really lost. I think we lost about 45
We
minutes
did.
coming through
It
Nashville,
was
or
just
around Nashville even.
Bumper to bumper, just slow go. It was slow.
Yeah. But otherwise, but what was nice was it only left us about 4 hours to get home on Saturday. So we were home by 1 o'clock.
Yes.
Which gave
was
us
nice. Yeah.
plenty of time to unload and put away. And
Yep.
then we had all day Sunday.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
We
so
planned that well. So.
It was, I tell you what, it was an amazing trip. Getting to spend some time with Russ and Kerry.
It is always a blessing.
Yeah, last summer we
Fun.
did, but we didn't because we were at the camp out, and so we spent a lot of
busy.
time with other people,
Right.
Because
It's a camp out.
Yeah, it was a camp out. That's what we go. We go to meet you guys. And then when we went back the second time, they were working all day
Yep.
long. So it was usually maybe we get like 2 hours in the evening. So
Just
this was
dinner.
nice. I got a whole week with my buddy, and we got to hang out. It really wasn't enough.
I got to go shopping.
I know you and Carrie
We
got to
had
do
fun.
girly things, and Russ and I got to, drink and be merry.
That's right.
So
It was fun.
yeah,
So much fun.
And the funny thing is, I was editing today. There's only one video that's going to come out. It's going to be on this channel Tuesday, and because I hardly filmed.
It looks like all we did was eat.
Yeah, like I swear the only time I pulled the phone out to film was when we were out to dinner. So you guys are gonna watch us and go,
All we do is eat.
all you do is eat on
And
vacation.
drink. Yeah.
But the
Well,
truth
no.
is, we really didn't do a whole lot.
No.
I mean, there wasn't a lot to film because
We just took it easy. We
Right.
just sat out in the sun. We would walk down to the beach, just hanging out. It was just one of those types, which is so
Right.
fun. Just doing nothing.
I mean, I recorded 3 videos. I recorded the Icy Breeze video.
Yeah. Oh, we did do. Yeah.
I recorded the Waggle, which will be
Yeah.
coming out Sunday.
Right.
And then I recorded a video about the resort, which will come out in 2 Sundays.
Well, in the midweek update.
We did that too. Russ did a lot of editing for Nail in the Foot
Yeah.
during the day.
Yep.
And so, yeah, I mean, but that was relaxing. It was, even though I was working, quote, per se,
Yeah.
and I did actually teach a class on
You
Monday.
did.
So, but it was relaxing. And
It was.
so,
We got so lucky with the weather. One morning it was a little rainy, but not a big deal. Cleared out. And then we got lucky coming home because Russ and Kerry gave us a heads up about the nasty storms that were happening in the south, mid-south, right?
Yeah.
And so we were not even in that zone of threat.
We
so
got out,
yeah. So we were very fortunate to be out of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of fun. Lots of shopping.
lots of good eating.
Lots of good
Lots of
eating.
oysters.
Lots of pretty beach. That beach was gorgeous.
Yeah, that was our first
One of the
time
best looking beaches we've
ever
seen.
at Gulf Shores.
Yeah. It was just so white, so
I would
fluffy,
definitely go back.
So clean. It was, yeah, it's nice. We didn't even find there was bicycles to rent along the beach on that sidewalk, but we didn't find it. But we didn't need to.
The thing is, their slogan is perfect. It's a small town, big beach, and so it has some touristy. If you're looking for a little touristy, like a Myrtle Beach type thing, there is some of that away from the beach. So you can go do that stuff. You can go do the putt-putt and the go-karts and things like that. But the beach is less touristy, I think, and it's just so well manicured.
It's just, well, we heard Russ heard that they
sweep every morning,
and you knew it because it was clean. Yeah, and one of my ultimate favorites is when you ever hear fighter jet do a flyover
from the Pensacola Air.
I just think
Naval
that's so
Base.
cool. And I found out also that's like you were right. You nailed it. The Blue Angels
are based there.
Pensacola, and so they were doing some training, and they would fly down every now and then along the coast, and that just is amazing.
Patty gets so excited when she I think one of her favorite trips was the first time we went to Texas, and Uncle Dennis and Priscilla took us to an Air Force base. And like for me, it was cool. Don't get me wrong, but we had done that a couple times on family vacations when we go visit Uncle Dennis. But Patty had never been to one, and she I think that's
being
still
on the
one.
flight line was just cool. And getting behind the scenes, what your uncle was showing us, but just seeing those jets, and in my mind, I'm silly because I think of Top Gun. I'm like, go Goose! Oh no, I can't do go Goose. Go Maverick!
So yeah, it was a really really good trip, and
well, and the campground too is so quiet.
Yeah.
No, you don't hear hardly anything at night. I mean, maybe a little road traffic early on, but then it is quiet.
Yeah, I love that campground. If you're going, and I'm going to have a video in 2 weeks on that, but if you're going to go to Myrtle Beach in your RV, now I know a lot of people say go to the state park.
Right.
And we didn't go there mainly because it was full.
Right. And we learned later we probably should have called.
Yeah, if you're watching this and we met you at Billy's, hi. But these people we met, and I wish we would have got their names. They were nice people, beautiful
nice.
Forerunner.
Yeah, that's what I remember, the beautiful Forerunner.
But they said you actually just need to call the state park. That a lot of times it will say they're sold out online, but if you call,
they can get you in.
But anyway, luxury RV resort. It's 4 blocks from the beach, so you can walk to it.
Yeah.
And it has the amenities of a large resort, but it's only 97 sites. All full hookups, all back in. Most of them back up to nothing, meaning you don't have somebody. There's a few sites where you back up to other RVs, but most of the sites
kind
you back
in that center area.
Right. But I mean, they had activities. They have a clubhouse. They had a small store up front. They had a pool that was crystal clear.
2 laundry facilities.
Yep. Nice showers.
Yep.
I mean, and I honestly, I don't remember
there
what
was
we
a
paid.
walking trail that took us paved that you could take, that would take you down out to the road, and you could walk to the beach and walk the puppies. And
I want to
say
maybe about $70 with tax.
I think that's what you said.
Which for full hookups, they had cable, which we never even plugged into. But brand new electrical boxes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was. You can tell they've made some improvements recently, but that's a great little place.
Nice, very nice.
So now we're going to be home this weekend because we're going to get our COVID shots, round 1.
Round 1 of COVID
Pfizer.
shots. Yeah, we're doing Pfizer.
And then I think it's 3 weeks later they said we get round 2.
Because we just want to be done before summer.
Yeah.
And we try to plan them we plan it on Saturday because we're off. That way, if you do have some effects, maybe.
Which probably won't be this time. It sounds like it's always the second one. But.
Yeah, so maybe we could plan the next one, so we get a whole weekend off, or at least a day or something. So, yeah.
Just want to get it out of the way before summer.
Done. I just want it done. That way I know we're protected and we're not, we'll still wear our mask, but we're done. Just done with it.
Because we got to get ready to go coastal.
We're going to go, not postal.
No, Karen.
Coastal.
So if you watched our video on Tuesday and you made it all the way to the end, which you may not have because that was a long video.
It was
like
long.
22 minutes.
Yes, crazy.
But there was a few people who made it to the end.
Did they?
Thank you for your suggestions. Yeah. Got a few suggestions on places to camp on the East Coast.
All right.
Possibly Boondock. And I think it was Bill out in Utah said he don't really care which way we go, just as long as we go. The main thing is to be out and getting fresh air, and I totally agree with Bill on that one. So, but for those of you who didn't make it to the end, I had this harebrained idea Sunday morning when I was spraying for weeds that we'd gone west the last 3 summers, and we love going west, and we have lots of friends out there, But I know many of you live on the East Coast, and you're always like, why do you never come east? And honestly, this summer I didn't want, well, we're supposed to go to Alaska, but forget that.
That's another year.
That's a whole nother. But the reason I didn't want to go east this summer was because with COVID and so many RVs being sold, it's hard to find campsites on the East Coast in a normal year.
Exactly.
But I got this brilliant idea that what if we left Texas and went straight to the Gulf Shore and literally followed the Gulf Shore all the way around until we got to Maine.
Exactly.
Like, that would be the challenge. And then could we actually find places to camp? Like, that would be the challenge. And I honestly thought Patty would think I was nuts, but when I came in and told her what I was thinking, she actually liked the idea.
Lit up.
She lit up.
Woohoo!
So I think it's going to get amended a little bit if that's what we end up doing, and I think that's the way we're leaning. But originally, I mean, I was going to follow the whole coast, like all the way to Key West, and then we just decided we don't have that much time
to do all of that
without just driving day in, day night. So I think what we'll probably do, and our goal will be, is to go to places that we normally, or that we have not been to before.
There's so many cool places.
Or there might be a couple spots where we went once, but it was just quick, and we want to spend some more time. So we're thinking we're going to probably leave Hill Country, go straight across to Surfside. That's where Russ and Kerry currently are based, but they're leaving there. They won't be there when we get there. But Russ said right there on the beach you can camp, and that's always been a bucket list.
Perfect, yeah.
And then we would then go to New Orleans and stop there for a couple of days because we've never been to New Orleans. I don't want to go at night. I just want to go during the day and have some beignets.
Check it out. And we were going to go, my goodness, years ago, but we just didn't make it.
And then we wouldn't stop in Gulf Shores. We were just there. We would probably go straight to maybe Destin. We've never been to Destin.
Been there,
or whatever that little place was.
I forget.
I can't remember
where we were
last year. And then we kind of talked about, okay, if we're not going to go to the Keys, we did talk about possibly going to Orlando, spending a couple nights at Fort Wilderness because it's a little bit cheaper in the summer than at Christmas. But I think we've decided, we're just going to skip that. We've done Disney. We want to go back, but we're going to save that for Christmas. So I think we may go straight across I-10, just get across to the coast. We want to do St. Augustine, which we've never really spent time at.
Right.
Possibly Jekyll Island in Georgia.
Yep.
I want to go up to probably Wilmington, North Carolina. We're probably going to kind of skip Savannah, Charleston, Hilton Head. We've done all those a lot. We love them. But,
love it.
But again, we're trying to get to
something different. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we've been to the Outer Banks once, but we're going to follow the coast up by the Outer Banks again. Yep. And then eventually we'll make our way through Virginia Beach, which we've never stayed at. There. Maybe stay there a night. And then on up to Ocean City. Yep. My plan is I have a 90-year-old cousin. Pat, if you're listening, our thought process is if you're available, we're going to try to get to you around the last week of June and take you out for some seafood and cocktails like I promised.
Yep.
Spend a couple days in Ocean City, maybe get to see my cousin Jackie and whoever else.
Her kids.
Yep. And then possibly, again, all of this is, you have to understand, this is one of these
just like
fly-by-night.
Well, it's just like a blueprint. It's not definite.
Would love to ferry across, if that's a possibility, to Cape May. I've always wanted to go to Cape May, New Jersey.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to find a place to camp there, but... And then we'll probably skip on up into Connecticut, Massachusetts. Somewhere along the way, Mark and Karen, I think, are going to join us. They were going to go out west with us. I think I convinced them to go east.
Yep.
We may do a little Cape Cod, even though we were there once, but we didn't get, it rained the whole time we were there.
Yeah, we didn't get to do a bunch.
And then eventually we would like to make our way up into Maine. And places I really want to hit in Maine, I want to go around Kennebunk.
I think that's what it is.
Kennebunk. And along the coast, and then probably up to Acadia for a couple nights.
We've been there before, but it's so beautiful.
And then where could this go from there? Well, if the border would open, we would take our passports probably.
Yep.
There's a possibility we would cross over if the borders are actually normalized by then, which I doubt. And then come home through Canada.
A different way, yeah.
But if not, then we'll probably drop back down, go into New Hampshire for a few days, go into Vermont, see some friends, our friends Jacob and Jenna over at Baird Farms. I'd probably swing by. Patty's never been to Liberty Hill Inn and go see Bob and Beth, the inn owners, where I've stayed a couple times. They're just the nicest people.
Don't forget your creamy.
And I would want to get my creamy, maple creamy, and some maple syrup to bring home. And then possibly there's an area in upstate New York called like Thousand Islands.
Yep.
I've always wanted to go up there along the lakeshore, and then we just cut our way home. So
I think probably along that way you're going to get a memory from your childhood again.
What's that?
Isn't there a restaurant?
Oh yes. Though I think, and I don't know this. I was watching this documentary. I think there's one Howard Johnson's restaurant left, and it's near Saratoga,
We've
New
been
York.
There, yeah.
Yeah, and so if that is still open, I want to go and eat at Howard Johnson. I know that sounds dumb, but
it's a memory from a kid.
yeah. And then I'm also hoping somewhere along the way to run into some of you, including Vinny Mozzarella. Like Vinny has been a part of our family. We've never met, but we were supposed to meet last fall at the camp out, which got canceled. Yep. So and some of you too. I mean, I know Todd and Jane are in Delaware. I don't know. I can't think of everybody right now.
Yeah. We'd like to meet everybody.
Rod and Deb Sleeth.
Yep.
Okay, they're out in Massachusetts. We don't normally go east. There's a possibility if they're around, we could meet them for coffee, or whatever. So, and if I didn't mention you, it's not that I'm leaving you out. I just sometimes have troubles with names.
On topic.
On topic, right at the moment.
At the moment.
So, as soon as we hit stop, I'll be like, oh my God, I forgot this person. I forgot this person.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of what we're thinking.
Exactly. I think it's going to be fun.
I actually already have a logo. I'm not even sure if I can use it because Going Coastal is actually trademarked by a t-shirt company like in Louisiana. But there's also a brewery that's trademarked it. So I'm a little unclear on that trademark use. So, and obviously Kenny Chesney had a song called Going Coastal. So
his was Gone Coastal.
But the logo looks pretty cool.
It does
look
pretty
for
cool.
me doing it.
I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, it's what to think on that.
Yeah. So anyway, this is a really long video.
It is. So
I'm sorry. You know how long it's going to take to upload this, Patty? Like
forever here.
Like
a day and a half or something.
Oh, you know what? I can upload it on my way to work tomorrow because I'm going back to campus tomorrow.
Look at you, all excited to go to campus.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that today. I actually told somebody, I'm like, I get to go to campus tomorrow, and I was like, whoa, that sounded weird because normally I'd be like, oh, I got to go to campus tomorrow. And it's been so long that I'm actually excited. I'm going to see some people.
Get going. To see people.
Don't get too excited. I'm only going one day a week for the next 3 weeks, and then we'll be done for the semester. So hopefully by fall, though, I'll get to go.
I know. That'd be great.
Anything else beautiful?
Listen to you. No, I think that's it.
All right.
That does it.
Let us know what's going on in your lives.
Yes.
I always feel like this is a one-way conversation. So drop it down in the box. Tell us what's going on with you. Is it a good spring? Did you go anywhere? And
the daffodils are popping.
By the way, thank you for your support.
That was amazing.
That's kind of what we forgot to talk about.
That was so amazing. And
those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know how you wouldn't know this, but S'more Wishes, our campaign to raise $10,000 to grant one wish for a child through Make-A-Wish Foundation. We're doing it in cooperation with Bob and April from Bob's Mug Coffee and Travels Abound. This is their YouTube. And Russ and Kerry from Roads We Roam.
And what's so exciting right now, as we were talking earlier, we might be able to make 2.
Yeah, because we are, as of this recording, $495 away from $10,000.
And we're not even to the end of April yet.
Right, and we were running this all the way through the month. So depending on how high that number could possibly get, it's possible we could grant 2 smaller wishes, Bob said.
How awesome is that?
But thank you to everyone who has supported it. And honestly, we say it's us and Bob and April and Russ and Kerry, but it's also Randy. Randy from Randy's Adventures during the live stream announced she too was going to donate her ad revenue for the month of April. And like you said, it's all of you. That's why I say it doesn't matter if you can donate $1, $10, $100. They all add up. And it has. Bob and I every day are texting like, can you believe this?
These 2 are like little kids, just all giddy about the numbers. Yeah, it's just crazy. It's amazing.
When we set the 10,000, I was like, it was one of those. I thought it's possible if we could get one big donor. Yeah. But it hasn't been one big donor. It's been lots of small donors and a few larger donations.
Right. So generous.
And
just thank you.
And by the way, I don't like the name drop, but even KYD gave a very nice donation.
They did.
And because them and Bob talk, they buy Bob's coffee, and so thank you to them as well. I mean, we really should include them in on this. The Milinarskis made a huge donation because they personally have been affected by Make-A-Wish. And so, but again, we had to say thank you.
Oh, yeah, and, definitely.
And we will be live streaming from Arkansas.
Yep.
The first week of June.
Trimming of the beard. It's gonna go.
Bob's beard's coming off for the first time in 17 years.
Gonna have fun.
Yeah.
His wife.
And then Bob is gonna go skydiving at some point. Record it, but that will be exclusive video on Travels Abound. So if you're not subscribed to Travels Abound, you need to. So you can see Bob skydiving.
You got to see this.
I don't like saying skydive. It's more dramatic if we say Bob's gonna jump out of a plane.
That's right. He's gonna jump out of a plane, but he's got a parachute on.
Cue the dramatic music. Okay. So anyway, we have to wrap this up.
Wrap it up.
So, all right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Right. Stay safe out there. And Truman says, and Beth say,
see you on down
the road.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.